Everybody, I want to thank you for joining me here at Striker Game Time. I'm your boy Striker Dark, and right now this is actually going to be more of a suggestion video. Now I've actually been watching a lot of different gameplays, a lot of different reviews for Warframe lately, and the one word that has constantly been coming up inside the games themselves have been that Warframe, even though it's a fun game, fun mechanics, this, that, and the other, it is repetitive, and I kind of agree with that. It has gotten to the point where it's just you see the same thing over and over again. You're doing the same thing over and over again. You're doing the capture mission, you're doing the defense mission, you're doing survival, all the different other mission types that are on the game. And I think I may have came up with a little bit of an idea that they could possibly use to kind of cancel out that repetitiveness, if you will. Now, this idea is basically coming from when I was playing Overwatch, and what I noticed in Overwatch is that sometimes the missions would change up a little bit. Like, it would start as a defend mission and then it would turn to an escort. But in regards to Warframe, I think they could do something like a little bit different with that. So what I was thinking about was maybe, you know what, let me just give you an example, okay? Let's say you go to a mission, you go to a segment. Instead of knowing what the mission is, the missions just generate randomly. Anyway, so you start the mission. Lotus tells you what your mission is. Let's say it starts off as a capture mission. Okay, it starts off as a capture mission. You gotta go in there. You gotta find this guy, capture him, and teleport him back to headquarters. Now, once you do that, all of a sudden you capture him, and then you're fighting your way towards the exit, and then after that, a Lotus will come out of nowhere and say, "Okay, we just started interrogating the prisoner, and it turns out they're about to send out a message. So they're about to send out a burst of messages. We need you to intercept them." Okay, and then so now the mission has changed. Instead of it just being a capture and then go home, now it's a capture and an interception. So, and not just the missions change themselves, but also like certain conditions in the mission. Like, let's say that happens, you start the interception, and all of a sudden you lose ability, you lose your powers. So now it's an interception, and all you can use is your weapons. You can't use your Warframe abilities or anything like that. You know, just kind of throw those curveballs at us. You know, mix it up. That would probably take away a bit of the repetitiveness and all of that, but it would kind of blindside you a little bit. Now, for another example, I'll give you another one. Another example would probably be, let's see, what other scenario can I possibly? Okay, let's say you start off. Let's say you start with a defense mission. Maybe they want you to protect a Grineer reactor or Corpus reactor so that you can extract it out. So for you to extract it out, so you do the defense, you complete it, you finish the wave that they give you, and then all of a sudden the reactor disappears and somewhere else. So now Lotus comes up and says the reactor's been moved and they're about to install it. There's no time for extraction. Find the reactor and destroy it. You know what I mean? You know, stuff like that. You know, mix it up. And maybe in this case the conditions could change where maybe they launch some kind of device that disables your weapons, so all you can use your melee and Warframe powers. You know, so that actually sounds like a pretty decent mechanic for them to use. But you know, just kind of mix up the missions a little bit. Don't just go and do the mission, come out. And see, that would also stop a lot of speed runners. You know, I mean, you can still have your basic missions where you can just go and do the mission and leave. But every now and then, let's mix it up a little bit. You know, maybe you can turn a defense mission into a survival mission. Maybe you can turn a survival mission into an extermination mission. You can turn an interception into a survival. An interception to a survival. You know, like maybe you intercept a message, you intercept the last message, and it turns out that there is a cache that she needs to send in an agent to get, so you have to keep the enemy occupied while they go look for it. You know, I mean, it's just a lot of different things they can do with Warframe right now. Now, I'm not sure if it would be like 100% possible, because it may become a bit of a challenge in regards to programming and coding and, you know, things of that nature, randomizing the missions and conditions, this, that, and the other. But, you know, it's just a little something for them to play around with. So right now, that's basically what my idea was for it. And maybe we can find some way to get rid of that repetitiveness, so we can bring more people into Warframe. And I think there was one other thing. Before I finish this video, one tiny, minute, little suggestion. The emotes for the Warframes, you know, the waving and the what's name. Do you think it'd be possible to make like keyboard shortcuts for those? Just wondering. Because that would, like, for folks who want to do like more cinematic stuff with Warframe and this, that, and the other. I mean, since it's obviously not going to really do a like theater mode or anything like that for Warframe, you can at least add that so that they can, like, you know, make the little short skits and whatnot, make it a little bit easier for them to do it. So I think that's all the time I really have to make this video, because I actually got to get out of here in a little while. So I want to thank you for joining me here in Striker Game Time. I'm your boy, Striker Dark. If you like the video, please be sure to like, share, subscribe, and see if maybe you can get the video to DE so they can see it. Maybe they can, you know, brainstorm, see about if they can do it or not. And until next time, be cool. God bless. Game on. Alright, Seekers, I want to thank you for joining me here in Striker Game Time. If you'd like to support my channel, please follow the link over here to lead to my Patreon channel, my Patreon page. There you can help support the channel even further, help me get equipment, things of that nature. Also, be sure to visit the videos that I have overhead, past videos that I've done. And until next time, be cool, God bless, game on.